Welcome back, guys, and welcome back to the boat lovers paradise here at the 2021 Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, where we got to see really cool new models with lots of horsepower and great looking center consoles, and also saw a really cool design C Pro with twin 350 Suzukis. And talking about cool, check out this really cool wrap on this 34-foot Cape Horn. And also we got to see this really interesting floating water toy, if you want to call it a toy. I guess I will call it a floating party. But if you want to see all this in more detail, make sure to check out video number 1. But now we're rocking out of the convention center and heading over to the shuttle buses, where they're going to take us to the second location at Bahia Mar. And if you're not familiar with Fort Lauderdale, I guess this is an easy way of getting a quick tour of the city of Fort Lauderdale, because you're gonna go by Port Everglades, and that's where all the cruise ships and container boats come in to dock. And also you're gonna get a quick glance of Fort Lauderdale Beach, but remember, today is during the week, so there ain't not many people at the beach. And finally, we have reached our destination, the Bahia Mar Resort, but unfortunately the shuttle doesn't stop in front of it. We have to walk and cross the street about a block away, but the good thing, they have cross guards to help you get across the street. And we have made our way to the main entrance to the Bahia Mar location, and this year we have a pursuit as the center point of the entrance. We have made it to the vendor's tent, and I think this is a pretty cool way of trying to get people to buy product, because before you get to see the boats on the wet docks, you have to walk by all the vendors and their product display, that most of them are boating and marine use, like boat lift, docks, decks, clothing, pictures, jewelry, fishing gear, diving gear, and many marine services and cleaning products. That some subscribers suggested to me that I should sell my clothesline of Sandbar Life and Fresco Channel here during the show. But the thing is this, I do pretty good online and it sells 24 hours a day, so I really don't want to be here during the weekend. I prefer to be looking around at all the pretty boats, won't you? And also, who's gonna bring you all the cool boat show videos if I'm stuck inside here selling merchandise? And talking about that, I would like to thank everyone for helping support the channel by buying merchandise. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so the purpose of the vendor tent worked, because Ogita had to stop at the beautiful marine jewelry section, but I got lucky. She didn't pick anything, so we kept that going outside. Well, I'm glad that's over, and now it's time to go see what we came to do. Go look at the beautiful boats being displayed. And right away we see a nice looking CV with quad 450s and a huge tuna tower. And there was a waiting line, so we decided to keep going. And this makes me think about back in the days when I remember people had twin outboards and they were big and bad. And now you have to have at least 4 or 5 with at least 300 horsepower each. And the average center console was about 28 feet. And now the average is about 40. But the major difference is the price. You could get a very good size and equipped boat for about $30,000. And now you need at least $500,000. And look at this Nortec here. It really caught my eye, because I don't know what to consider it. A bow rider, center console, or a closed deck? I don't know. Let's take a look at it and you tell me. Well, I really don't know what it is, and it was pretty big and it looked pretty cool. But now let's take a look at another Nortec. And something that definitely caught my eye was the color scheme. I think it was elegant and pretty cool looking at the same time. And now let's take a look at another unique boat in itself, because of the design and the horsepower it had. Twin 600 Mercuries. And look at that, the stern or the sides come down. I mean, that makes it pretty entertaining, and a really big swimming platform that you can hang out on. And again, there was a waiting line to get in, so we're just gonna take a quick walk around and try to peek inside. Well, we really couldn't see anything, but definitely what I'm gonna see is this beautiful 46-foot yacht with a very cool European design, and it seemed like it had a really nice layout. So definitely I'm gonna go on board and take a look. Well guys, you ever heard of love on first sight? Well, I think it's happening here, but the only problem is I don't much even want to look how much it is, but I think it's gorgeous. I mean, it has two very spacious rooms with two big queen size beds. If I had this, you guys will barely see me on land. And this leads me to a question that a subscriber asked me, that they don't have a boat, but they couldn't imagine why I like being in the water so much. And I said, well, the day that you stay overnight and you see the sunset and the sunrise on the water on a boat, you'll fall in love with it too. And that's when he said, probably that would happen, but the problem is going to be my wife. And that's when I said, see, ladies are willing to come along and please us, but if it's their first time, you gotta make sure they have a comfortable time. And that's when the head or the bathroom comes into play, because I don't know why, but that's the ladies' #1 priority on a boat, especially if you're buying one to stay overnight. And no, I did not ask how much it was, because I didn't want the dream to turn into a nightmare. But you know what, now that we're talking about our dreams, I'm gonna go ahead and walk around and find my dream boat and show you guys what it is. But before I get there, I'm gonna keep showing you guys some more beautiful boats. And while we were walking around looking at the beautiful boats, we met a family of 4 that the wife came up to us and said, because of you guys, we bought a boat. And now we love it, because now we spend more time together as a family, especially the kids, because now they want to spend more time on the boat than in their rooms playing video games. And then I said, I hope that's a good thing, right? And she said yes. So I'm glad that my videos can cause a positive outcome in people's lives. And this makes me happy when I hear stories like this, because boating can be fun and also brings family and friends together. And now we're walking closer and closer to my dream boat. And the reason why I consider it my dream boat, because this model has everything that I'm looking for in a boat. It's a little bigger, it's much roomier, it has 2 separate rooms, and to me it has a sporty look with only 3 outboards. So are you guys ready? Well, let's go check it out. So take off your shoes and let's climb aboard. And here it is guys, my dream boat, a 42-foot Evolution Intrepid, powered with triple 450 Mercuries. And I have seen this model before, but this color scheme is the first time, and I like it. And if you notice, this is a similar layout to the boat that we have, but in a bigger scale, with way more seating area and a private main room below, and 2 beautiful 22-inch Garmin GPS at the helm. And if you're curious like me on the speed, well, the cruising speed is 40 miles an hour, and according to the lady that was giving the specifics, it tops out at 65, and to me that is perfect. But now let's go check out what makes this boat my dream. So what do you guys think about the Dream? I mean, I love the layout of this boat. I think it has everything we need. And like you see, everything is perfect right in its place. Now, here's where the Dream becomes a nightmare. The asking price is $950,000. Oh well, and like I always say, it's free to daydream, but you never know. Maybe one day the dream can come true. And look at this, the boat's even equipped with a rear windlass anchor. And well, since we're here at the Intrepid booth, we're gonna go ahead and check out a more popular model here, at least on the East Coast. 34-foot Valor, and this is equipped with twin 425 Yamahas. And here's a question that I always ask myself about the boats with the side door. I mean, yes, it looks very cool, and it's really nice if you're by yourself to get in and out of the water from your boat. But what happens when you tie it up to your friends? You have to go and resort to the old ways, climbing over the rear seat, and that becomes a hassle once you do it a few times during the day. My opinion, I will keep the transom door. But one thing I'm definitely liking is I noticed all the new boats are using dual GPSs. One for the actual map and sonar, and the other one as a digital information center for the engines. And this model here is very popular in the Miami area. At least I've seen plenty of them in the water. I guess because it's a pretty roomy boat, you could take a lot of people, and you could even spend the night. And it's small enough to be trailered. And I think this model would be even better if it had an underbed. Like that, you'd be able to sleep a family of 4. And talking about a family of 4, we're gonna check out a family of 4, right? Yeah, but 4 big monsters. This is a 53-foot Hydrosport equipped with 4 V12 600 horsepower each Mercuries that equals to 2,400 horses in the back. And too bad there wasn't no sales rep around, because I wanted to get some numbers like cruising speed, top speed, gas consumption, and definitely the price. But you know what? I'm gonna take a guess on the price. I say maybe $1.25 million or $1.5 million. What do you guys think? And I'm being conservative. I guess it might even be more. And you guys want to talk about more? Well, here's a center console with more outboards that I could never imagine. 6 450 Mercuries on a center console cigarette. I've been around boats over 30 years, and I remember that 3 was a lot, and look at now, it's double. But something that never gets old to my ears is the sound of the big blocks inboard. Well, you can't really feel the raw power through the audio of the camera, but it was impressive. But now we're gonna take a look at this velocity that I thought it was very impressive, because normally these boats come with inboard, and this one's redesigned with outboards. And you want to talk about redesign? Take a look at this. Look at this huge Sportfish that they normally come with twin diesels inboard, and look at this one. This one was redesigned with triple 600 Mercuries outboards, but they still kept the teak for a classic look. So what do you guys think about this new classic Sportfish? Me, I think it's pretty cool, and I like the way they use a giant glass that wraps around the driving station. So I'm pretty sure you can kick back and turn on the AC and drive through any rainy weather. And talking about the weather, today it turned out pretty nice because they were forecasting rainy weather for the weekend, but not today. So we're gonna keep walking around looking at the beautiful boats here at the boat show. But we're running out of time because we have to be back home by 3:30 to pick up the kids from school. So we started making our way towards the vendor's tent because yes, that's how you get in and that's how you get out. I guess if you don't buy something in the beginning, they're gonna try to make you buy something at the end. So we started our day today at 11 a.m. We went to the convention center, and then from there we seen a few models, and then we headed over to Bahia Mar where we're at now. And definitely there's so many boats here that you need at least 2 to 3 days to really look into them. And normally I jump on the big yachts and daydream some more, but today the time was short and only looked at a few models. But I couldn't forget my dream boat. But now look at this. Talking about dreaming, look at these cool cars. The first time I see them here at the boat show. I guess you figure if you go to afford $1 million boat, you need $1 million car. Whoa, look at this. You want to talk about cool boats? This is some really cool Jeeps that, you know what, Orgida fell in love with one of them. And I told her I would buy it, but they're not red, so I guess not today. And here we go one more time through the vendor's tent. So like I said, they're gonna try to catch you one more time just before you leave. But one good thing about this is sometimes you find products that you can't find nowhere else, especially when it comes to the marine world. And yep, I lost Orgida. I wonder where she's at. But no worries, I found her and we jumped on the shuttle bus and headed back to the convention center. And if you love boating like we do, the boat shows are very entertaining. The only thing, sometimes you get yourself in trouble because now you want to change up to a different boat. And in case you didn't know, the wet docks at Bahia Mar is triple the size of boats being in display than the convention center, but we didn't have enough time. So a good suggestion, if you're coming to see the Fort Lauderdale boat show, make sure you come early and leave late, so like that you can see all the beautiful boats.
Alright, so which boat are you going to get?
Which one are you going to get?
Me? I don't know, but prices are like food in there, super high. But
Right now, I'll be having with
yeah, talking about food, we're super hungry.
lunch.
We're having a lunch. Oh, quick boat show today, and we got here kind of late because she wanted to go do something in the morning.
But we made it though. So make sure you guys check out part 1 and part 2 of the Fort Lauderdale boat show. And see you guys next time out in the water.